Well, welcome to Ibiza here at IMS, and it's an absolute honour for me to be here today, to be honest, and be in front of Pepe Rosello here has been very instrumental in a lot what goes on the island here, and it's also a big pleasure for me to be able to interview him. On the other side of the coin, I'm not in the hot seat anymore. He is. And from this, he's got some amazing stories to tell you. We got some good questions, hopefully, and from my point of view, it should make for a very interesting session. And of course, we have Lynn Cosgrave, also very instrumental within the dance music community. Based on that, we, between us, create a Tuesday night at Space, which is now to fruition in its 10 years, and that's a milestone in itself. And this is one of the reasons why she's here, also to fire some great questions to Pepe also. So I suppose we can start. Pepe?
Hello, buenas tardes a todos.
Oh, can we get a mic on Pepe, please? Hello?
Una.
Bit louder.
¿Se oye bien?
Ah, perfect.
Sí, gracias. Buenas tardes. Good evening.
Okay, I suppose first question for Pepe from me is basically, who are you and what do you do?
As far as I know, I am born in Ibiza. And I had the chance to study. And after to finish my studies, I start working. And it was in a certain moment. Here begins the story with French young people, French young crowd, coming here for sport, diving, sailing, etc. Using Ibiza like a survivor's story, you understand? So they had to sail, they had to fish, they had to eat the fish, etc., etc. This was very actual situation for young crowd coming to Ibiza. The music wasn't there yet. The music begins at the moment the hippies come on the 60th, escaping from America through Canada, and they find in Ibiza the real place to installate themselves. They brought the music here, which it was impossible. Here in Ibiza, we were very, very, very on the cave, on the cavernas, you understand? The society was very close, very, very close. But I must say the society of Ibiza is been always very, very, very liberal, and they accept all the phenomena coming from outside, you understand? Everybody coming to the island was very welcome. It doesn't matter who, how, what, you understand? That is really true, because at the end of the war, a lot of Jewish people living here together with Nazi people, and they look one each other with a lot of respect, but also it was a circumstance that they found in Ibiza the place to be together, and it was a peace island, very, very, very liberal. At the same time, everybody was very welcome. You understand?
They were living in harmony.
Yes, exactly. And the hippies begin dancing. They begin playing music.
What date was this, Pepe?
Pardon?
What was the date of this? What year was this?
I'm talking about 56, 57.
1956, 1957.
Yeah. And the harbor of Ibiza begins to change completely. I remember La Tierra was a very, very famous place to be for music, with Arlene and Mono Desnudo, graffiti. They begin, the whole story of the harbor of Ibiza begins there at this time, you know. It was amazing what they brought in here. I remember they celebrate with a big party, the full moon, dancing around fire, with guitars and etc.
Was this with clothes on or clothes off?
Open air.
So when you grew up, what did you do at school here in Ibiza as a child?
Well, I had the chance to study, as I said before. Then we in Ibiza, we had to learn the language from everybody coming here. They begin in French. All the crowd of my age, they speak French fluently. After coming the British, you can see it, most everybody in Ibiza can speak English. Then the Germans, they come. Then Swedish as well. So you find very easy young people speaking 3-4 different languages in Ibiza, and that proves what is our capacity, but at the same time the agreement we accept with the crowd coming from abroad, you understand? And this is something which the tourists, they appreciate very much because they feel they could be very easy integrate, you know. And we had the chance that you speaking in English, you never speak in Spanish. So we had to learn your language, and that's why.
It made it very easy for all of us, I'm sure.
Now, I hear there was a story about one time when because you did tourism and you brought people to the island, and there was a time when the 100,000 ever visitor to Ibiza back in the 1960s came, and you won.
It was one institute. It was still exists. Is Fomento de Turismo is the activity where everybody used to be together for promotion of Ibiza. And at this time, I remember it was on this 74, I think. They delegate to me to receive the tourist number 100,000. It was on the 74, and it was a Swedish couple coming with a boat from Barcelona to Ibiza, and in the 74 we received the tourist number 100,000. Of course, all the authorities and everybody was there. They offered a big, also they offered a new holidays in Ibiza again for next year later.
But if you put that into perspective, I think on average now it's 4 million people a season.
Now it's 4 million. 4 million. We are over 4 million now. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So having 100,000 as the 100,000th person that had come, if you think about it, in those times, is pretty amazing.
Well, that's a lot of people anyway, if you think about it. Over the years, there's a massive growth for such a small island. We have loads of questions here. We're going to try and get through them as quickly as possible as we possibly can. But we'd like to find out about the beginning in the 60s when the music was under the rule of Franco. And I have heard some of the stories before. A lot of these people haven't heard the stories, but this is quite interesting. You can tell us a bit about that.
This is... I have the chance to explain what happened before, at the beginning. And it was, well, you know, we had to be against the situation, not because we were very much thinking about politics situation, about the dictator, no dictator, no. We want to play music. We want to amuse ourselves. We want to dance. We want to be like everybody is around the world. And at this time, it was very funny because, for example, it was impossible to import records. The records you had to buy in contrabando. I had it through the Torrejón de Ardoz, is American base near Madrid, and I met a very nice person who buy the records in the PX from the base, and I buy them, and then I listen to them, and at this time, you were very lucky because I was also DJing, yes? And you were not there to compete with me. Because I remember I had to listen and classing. 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. Slow, medium, fast, fast, very fast. With voices, no voices. Okay, that was the system.
It's a lot different
My
now.
system, huh?
It's not changed at all.
And, okay, we bought the records, and every year we had more records. And one night it comes the customs. Wow, the customs at this time were something very, very risky. And they come. I still remember the inspector. The inspector, his name was Mulet from Mallorca. He was leading the situation here for customs. They come with the police, and whoop, all the records gone. They sequestrate all my records. I have a paper here, which I keep, and I just will show you because it's something which I used to keep these documents from very long time ago to prove that these things which I explained are really true. In September 1973, they sequestrate to the records, 300
Thank God.
kidnapped, I don't know what to say in English, 363 singles, 31 long plays. That was what they sequestrate from Playboy in San Antonio at this time. After the season, the custom used to sell all the things which they had from contrabando. I don't know what is contrabando in English.
Contraband, everything they've taken away.
Everybody understand? So it was a sort of action. And they sell, this lot is the records, 300 records, blah, blah. This one is one boat, another is a car, another is a... And everybody was in there just waiting. When they come to sell my records, I was there just waiting. Oh, that's mine. Then, boom, I dap. And when I dap on a prize, I was looking around if somebody else was looking at my records to buy as well. And I said, it's impossible. If someone opened the mouth, I will do something to stop it. And and I could buy my records again, so I had to pay 2 times, but then I had a paper who says I bought legally 363 records without saying which was the title. Then I had the chance to buy another 365 records, new ones, and the old ones goes to the garden. Okay, that was one of the circumstances.
That is a seriously amazing story. I couldn't really imagine putting my records in the garden at all.
Just the garage, yeah?
Just a garage, yeah. So tell us about the clubs that you had over the years. I mean, obviously, you got Space today, but many years before you went through some other club times that you had. The clubs that you've...
Well, I begin in San Antonio with a restaurant called El Refugio. It doesn't exist yet, but now it's not anymore a restaurant, but it's a small club.
And what date was this?
That was on the 58, 59. Yeah. After that, I I was in a bar, and we used to make quinielas from the football. Lottery. And it was 14 games plus 2, and it was the last football game of the Spanish Liga. And it was Atletico Madrid playing against Osasuna. Osasuna had to go to the 2nd division, so no problem for them to lose or to win. And I made this lottery, and I went away. And one friend of mine, and this person was a very nice person and he was a Guardia Civil, I must say that also, because he was a very, very, very friendly person, In Guardia Civil is many, many beautiful people, many, many wise people, and very, very peaceful, everything. Okay. So that I leave the lottery on the table and I won. And I see Guas next day, said, you did the lottery and you leave it on the table. I said, oh, Cristo. And then he said, I give to my daughter and she write it down. I said, okay, I write it the first, you pay it because you found it, and in case we touch the money, we share 50-50. Okay, 50-50. Next day, we had 14 total, I don't know, completo. You know how many money we reached this time? 236,000 pesetas. That is 50-50. I have got 114,000 pesetas, which is more or less 700 euros. With 700 euros, I built restaurant Solivar. I bought a Vespa. I invite my I invite my mother and my girlfriend in a tournée for Andalusia. I went to Paris and Holland and Germany for the first time in my life. I went out of Spain. And I was on the tower of Eiffel Tower, and I was with a friend, and we are having some pictures. And I said, I was there just having a pictures on the top, and my friend having the pictures to me, or me to him, I don't know. But it was somebody there which the pictures wasn't nice. I said, tell this bastard go away that I can have these really pictures, nice pictures from Paris. And this guy turned around, it was my neighbor.
So with that money, then you invested that into your
Well,
next, what was
with
your
a lot
next
of with a lot of debts, of course.
no best work. You used it for your next clubs. What was your
Yeah, after that, Rincon de Pepe, who is still alive and exists, where you can eat the best tapas of San Antonio, I think. And later, La Reja, it was a jazz club near Refugio. We had Pony Poindens there as a saxo, one of the best saxophonists of the story, you understand? And later, it comes Playboy. Playboy is the place where it really starts the story for me, because there we had live music, half and half time, sharing time with records. And the story of the records which I explained belongs to the moment when I was in Playboy San Antonio, which was the first place where we used records together with live music, you understand? Yeah. And it was very, very, very funny. All the crowd from Ibiza, Santa Eulalia, everybody coming to San Antonio because it was the first experience of music for young crowd. Because in Ibiza it was only Mar Blau. That was spectacles with live music and bands, etc. And in San Antonio we start with it. That is the moment where I start my profession with the jockey, and I went very far with it, yes.
Well, we'll get into that later. So with all this money that you've earned, and of course you've set up restaurants and your early clubs, so that was quite a long time ago, and of course since then young people have not stopped coming, but times have changed. I mean, I came to the island in 1984-85, and I've been coming to the island every year since then, and even for me, I've seen changes. So, you know, from the changes that I've seen from the point that I was coming, your changes obviously go back before that. So what do you think about the changes that you've seen in the last 50 years of Ibiza since those early days of you being in clubs and restaurants?
Well, Carl, I think Ibiza, the music changed Ibiza. It's the music who changed Ibiza, really. The whole social system, everything is being turned on, turned over. I don't know the word in English, but believe me, the music made the big change even in Ibiza. At this time, I remember that we used to dance body to body, you understand? Fox, paso doble, valse, body to body, warming, nice, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. And the police comes there and said to me, Pepe, look at them, that is a scandal. They are almost, put the lights on, the music more. That's the beginning of the house. That's the beginning of the house.
No, but in all seriousness, that is the way they used to dance together. But then didn't you open a club and you had a name that was lent to you from the Isadora Duncan?
Yeah, well, the Isadora Duncan is been a lady, a girl, a woman who was an autodidact dancer. I suppose everybody of you knows about her or you listen about her. She was dancing without shoes, with the custom dressing, very floating on the air, free of movements. And I saw the film, and I was really impressed. This makes me thinking that the future was that the people dancing, they had to express their feeling with the body, and the body express all the sensations that the music gives to them. And that was a big break in between. The customs in all Europe, they were using the same style of dancing, and Isadora Duncan just break it. Isadora Duncan, she died on the 28th, I think, 28th, or in Cannes. She has a very sophisticated pomela and foulard, silk, and she was with cabriolet, and the wind makes the wheel and on the neck and kill her. She was dancing on front of the Tsar of Russia. She was dancing in the whole Europe, and she proved that the music gives the possibility to express the beauty of the body, the individual feeling of the music, and sharing everything. And the music put us together, and at the same time everybody feels themselves, and this is what, you understand? So I think it's been a very, very, very important moment. And I remember I was trying to trade this symbol, and they refused to trade it because they said it's amoral. And I have it here somewhere to prove that it's true what I say.
We believe you, Pepe. We really do. We do. But
Always has proof. There's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
The proof is there.
But they let you use it in the end, right?
Pardon?
They let you use the name for the club.
Eventually, they let you use it.
I trade the name of the club, Playboy. Playboy is coming always behind me for money. I was clandestine about the Playboy. Playboy, it was successful in New York, San Francisco, etc. Yes. And I use Playboy name, and they come to say I had to pay money to, etc. Yeah.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
So then moving into the future, so you've got this the symbol from the director, and he's told you you can use it from the story. But
Peter Zimmerman was the art director. He passed it to me. He said, trade it if it's possible. I tried to trade it in Spain. They say no because it's not moral. This is a lady just like this alone, without any other expression.
But then you then started with your clubs carrying on. What would you say now were some of your best moments in space, let's say?
I remember we start the space working in a different timing of other discotheques because we were using to be open in the morning. The law permit to us to open at 8 o'clock in the morning, and the law said you can be on for 22 hours. The only reason you have to stop for 2 hours. 2 hours to empty the club, and then you can start again. You had to close at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you could be open 8 o'clock in the morning. And we did it. So it was a certain period on the 88 and 89, and yes, something. Well, we were night and day. Night and day. We had 2 sets of employers. And at this time, during the day, we did work very hard and very well. And then it comes the moment that the terrace of a space starts, and this is a special moment for a space with you, Carl. I will remember you what you did one day. No, now I will.
Yeah, it was when I was playing a record, vinyl, at those days, and a gust of wind came over the back of the DJ booth. Basically, it came onto the turntable.
There wasn't a DJ booth.
There was no DJ booth. No, actually,
just explain that properly.
It was a wallpaper paste table. We went like that, and it was about that low. Anyway, the wind came along, took the record that was playing, and it flew into the crowd. So of course, no music, and then and Pepe was obviously there to witness this. then the people basically sent the record back, and I said, even God can't stop us playing music here at Space. Put the record back on and put the needle on the record, and everyone just went crazy. And that was just an amazing moment to see. Just purely based on that, the party seriously was going to carry on no matter what. And I think from that point on, obviously for myself and Pepe, we had a match made in heaven from that point, I think.
This day we try with you, and we put
a proper booth. They've got some money, and I made a proper booth this time, and then the rest of it's history. But it was definitely something of something that was very special, a moment at that time at Space for sure.
I think that was a very special moment because this record just flies away, gone with the wind, and then boom, again here, and that is where we have the DJ booth in the terrace, and there will be forever the same place where you did installate and make it beginning and make it work with success. That's it. Yeah.
Thank you.
That was a very, very, very nice moment, very good moment. And in this club, I had many, many, many extraordinary sensations because we did work and make it. And we didn't know exactly what we were doing. Okay, a lot of people, a lot of success, but, you know, because we were all involved on it, you know, you don't appreciate the limit, the time, you don't appreciate really what's happening, you know. It's like sailing on a wave.
Yes.
Yes. Because you are there, very comfortable, the crowd was happy, the music was good, and it was very new sensations there. I always said in this terrace is the most beautiful people of 1 square meter of the whole world. I always said something like this, you know, because all the young crowd was there and everybody was dancing and acting as natural as they are, you know. It was a fantastic moment. And I remember something very special. It happens in the year 2000. Mixmag is a magazine, and they nominate us as the number 4 of the world. I was very surprised because I didn't understand what that means. Number 4 of the in between the 40 best clubs of the world, Space number 4. Wow, what is it? And then, of course, then I buy every month Mixmag to see if this goes or not. But on the 2001, we win for the first time the Music Award in London. You were there, and you received 2 awards, one more than me, than us. Yeah?
That's very
but
true.
It was a very, very special moment, really. That was the beginning. Since there, we had another 8 or 9 nominations as the best club of the world. The last one, DJ Magazine this year, gave us also the number 1.
Yes.
That is something which, well, no words.
Yeah, it's very special.
Thank you.
Very special.
I would like to say that 2001, when it happens, the terrorist attack to the Twin Towers in New York, that happens in September. We are closing the club on the 29th or 30th of September, and at the terrace should be Eric Morillo. I tried to find New York from Frank Sinatra here in Ibiza. I couldn't find him. I remember I could have Barbara Streisand, but I suppose that maybe. And I called Eric Morillo. He was in New York, and I tell, take with you New York from Frank Sinatra. And when he was playing there, I took the microphone, and with a lot of love, I said some words to the town of New York and to America that we are with them, solidarity, and etc. And it was a very, very, very special moment. But what impressed me very, very much that this notice, Eric Morillo knew, I knew, but nobody else. And on the stage, And on the dance floor, at least 4 or 5 American flags floating on top of the heads. That was something which I said, Christ, this is real patriotism. I don't know the word in English.
Patriotic.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic.
Amazing.
So I suppose we've got a couple more questions for you, Pepe. So what next is for space? Because really it's hit all the highest heights, and we're looking into the future now. I mean, even for us, we're looking into the future for space. What would you like to think that you could do to it that you've already done to make it a little bit better, I suppose? I don't know.
Well, you know us, and we never stop, and we try to make it always better and better as far as we can have it, as we can realize it. At the moment, we decide after 2-3 years ago to begin with our own parties. Space is a brand who goes around the world during the winter time, and we pretend to be sort of modestia, but ambassadors from Ibiza around the world. You have been in Sydney on the party. That's first right. Year in Sydney.
Yeah, fantastic.
Which it begins to be every year, every year. But we are always around the world, in Filipinas, in El Cairo. We have now Dubai also, like franquicia in Dubai.
Yep.
Also in Sharm el Sheikh.
Yes.
Probably another one in Marrakesh. But I think the most important is this itinerario groups who goes around the world with Café Olé or yourself or Come Together or any other one, because this is to give jobs around the year to the musicians, also to remember Ibiza name around the world and the Ibiza music around the world. Yes. You understand?
What made space though in Ibiza? Why did it stay away from the sort of VIP scene as well? Why
no cameras.
We've always been like Carlin at People's Club, and you taught us that in a lot of ways.
Well, I am very sorry. I belong to my time when I was born and the circumstances of Europe and the culture. Basically, I am against bourgeois. I am anti-bourgeois. But this is a reason special with the music, because I understand that the music makes us equals, and it's no sense that nobody receives different sensations, different impulse, different feelings in front of the music, respect one to each other. Everybody's feeling the same. The music makes us equals, and the sentimentals and the feelings and the love and the passion and everything happening in the mind of everybody is the same for all of us. So that the circumstance to put some people there looking at the others, how they dance, how they act, here, fresh, drinking good champagne, and they're drinking water, stepping on the on the wall, wasting the shoes. Well, I think is something which does not represent the how serious and how deep the music influence has in our souls, in our spirit, and in our mind. You understand? So this was one thing which I did not accept really, but now we are in as well. We are with VIP area as well. You understand? Because it's a request from the crowd, and I think everybody has to be where he likes, how he likes, and to be free to decide how to move inside a club, you know, so that now we are also with bourgeois.
A little bit.
But the bourgeois now is the new bourgeoisie. This is upper class bourgeoisie. The new bourgeois, they are very, very, very strict people who knows exactly what they want and how they want it. And this belongs to young crowd especially, which motivate the music circumstances and what runs around the music. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, in the time I was going to Space in the early days, you did not allow any cameras in the club. And I actually felt at that time it was right, because you wanted people to feel free in your club, happy in the way, knowing that everyone was as equal, and the celebrities or VIPs or people who had money or people who had no money could dance together with no problem.
That is the concept.
Yeah, and you was very, very strong on that. Anyone that had a camera, leave it at the coke room, you can collect it afterwards. I mean, it's a bit difficult now to take away everyone's mobile phone, because everyone has one with a camera on it, and there's obviously times have changed. But I think this is what really made Space very special, because you could walk into the door knowing that you wasn't going to get your picture up on YouTube the next day. Like now. You can't hide from anything or anybody anymore. It's not possible. But at least at those times, you could feel free in Space. And I think because of your way and how you felt about other people made it very special.
Yeah. Many VIP people comes in Space, and they never accept, or they ask for security and to place somewhere a special area, etc., etc. You know, Naomi Campbell, a lot of artists, they are there. The son of Carolina de Monaco, Rossi, the Italian
Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, Mario Rossi. All there, they feel in Space as they are home. You know, they move in between everybody. You know, they never ask for to be in special circumstances to be there. You understand? They like to be in between everybody, like everybody else is in there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think on that note, I think we've heard some fantastic stories from the one and only Pepe Rosello.
Pido disculpas por mi inglés si he cometido algún error o alguna cosa, ha sido involuntaria, pero desde luego gracias por la audiencia y os felicito a todos. Gracias.